going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We got a special daily focus for you today. It's going to be a wrestling roundup, and I had to bring in the one man that I knew that could fucking handle all the shit that I'm about to throw at him. It's my guest this week on Creators Corner. See what I did there? A little wriggle in there. Creators Corner, the one, the only, the fantastic musician, Ed Crowley. Oh, God, you just killed yourself. What's up, my funny little British friend?
Not too bad. Love the Russell Brand reference yet again.
Yeah, well, yeah, I got it, you know.
Yeah.
I can't help it. You sound like the cunt. I can't help it. I can't help it. Yeah. So what's going on, man? How you been?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. I mixed views about the pay-per-view, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I rewatched it since I watched it last night because I was sick.
That's good too. I think it's good to do that.
Yeah, I was sick last night, and so I was a little jaded. I rewatched it in hopes that maybe I missed some stuff, and basically my opinions I had at first were basically spot on. First and last match were amazingly good. Yeah. Maybe even better than I thought, especially that Ziggler-Harper match.
Yes.
So let's start there. Let's start with TLC, and we'll work our way around. We got a lot of stuff to cover. We're going to talk. Hey, for all you out there listening, we're going to talk some TNA. We're going to talk TLC. We're going to talk some NXT, and we're going to finish up. We're going to talk about what should be a fantastic Raw tonight. So make sure you stick through the entire thing. We got all kinds of good stuff to talk about, and a special giveaway offer I brought up earlier on another video I'm going to bring up again later on, so stick around for that if you are a fan of the unboxing videos, okay? So let's start with TLC, shall we? And let's talk about the good, the bad, and the unwatchable. Let's start with the good. I think Ziggler and Harper clearly stole the show. They were fantastic. It was one of the most brutal ladder matches I've ever seen.
Phenomenal. I literally thought he broke his arm.
Yeah.
If he didn't, he fucking sold that really well.
I don't know if they were really good or really bad last night. Like, that's my problem. I can't tell because everything seemed so brutal, and I can't possibly think it was on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those. It's kind of, did that help it? Is that what put it over? Yeah. I think the crowd were definitely fucking well into it.
Yeah, the crowd was.
But it's whether live that probably would have translated like holy fucking shit. Whereas on TV, would it have had the same effect? Either way, I'm gonna say I enjoyed it and it was a very good match. What annoyed me, however, is just always fucking commentary. Literally, the amount of fucking Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon references, they wouldn't shut up about it. They kept going, "This is WrestleMania 10." It's just kind of like, oh, fuck off. Just let them do it. Stop comparing them.
Or just call the match. Just call the match.
Exactly.
I would love to hear more actual holds that are happening. I'd love to hear them say names of moves.
No, because then
they don't do it no more.
Yeah, but because then they'll have to refer to them as wrestlers.
Yeah. Well, if you notice, they did it on NXT. Oh, well, you didn't watch the NXT pay-per-view. We'll get to that in a little bit. Sure. But in NXT down there when they're commentating, they actually called the match, and
right, okay.
I don't know. It's weird. It's different logic up in WWE.
Are they better commentators on NXT then?
Yeah, they do. I think that the group is better. They have a midget Michael Cole stand-in who looks and sounds just like Michael Cole, but he's fun-sized. He's much smaller, and which is weird because Michael Cole is already a small man in more ways than one. Then they got Alex Riley, who is fantastic. He's a great talker.
Was he the one that was on the pre-show?
Yes, yeah, that's Alex Riley.
God, can we talk about that a little bit? God, that was fucking annoying.
You're not a big fan of the pre-show. I thought Heyman killed it on the pre-show.
I hate the whole Heyman. I don't like the fact that he's put in that position on a pre-show of having to kayfabe all these fucking, like, let's analyse this like it's for real, like they're pre-analysing some sort of football game or sports or boxing.
That.
No, I don't. I think it's fucking. It's a waste of fucking time. I felt embarrassed for Heyman having to oversell this kind of stuff.
You know, I actually enjoy it. I like it because I feel it brings a little bit more of a mainstream feel to it, which is exactly what they're going for. And any excuse to get Renee Young on television because she is fantastic. She's the most.
She's all right.
Oh man, they will miss her if she goes to ESPN because that's where she'll go.
I think she's generic. They can easily replace her with someone else.
Who did she? If that's so easy, if that's the answer there, who did she replace? Because I'll tell you, I can't think of who she took the place of before because there wasn't anybody. She is a unique character, and she brings a lot. She controls that panel of very, very, very big egos. When you got Booker T, you got Paul Heyman, sometimes she has Ric Flair up there. The way she's able to interact and control interview environments is very impressive. And doing it as a woman in a wrestling
I think it's because of a woman. I think that's because the guys are not going to be disrespectful to. If it had been a guy and like he fluffed up, someone like Flair and Heyman would bounce on them straight away. Do you know what I mean? But with it being a woman, they're probably respecting.
To be fair, though, she speaks a wrestling game. She's not just some pretty face who doesn't know what she's talking about. She seems to be a student of wrestling, and I appreciate that. I got a lot of respect for Renee. I'd like to see her. I'd like to see her on the commentating booth, and hopefully one day she'll get that chance.
Wow, that'll be a big thing, won't it? It'd be like China winning the Intercontinental.
I'd love to see it.
On commentary. Wow.
Love to see it.
Isn't that surprising how it's 2014? They've not done that yet.
It hasn't happened. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me.
Wow, I didn't really realise that now. So, yeah, that might be a really good, I think, well, it might be a Vince thing that he'll try and go,
sure.
We need viewers. Yeah. What are we going to do?
What are we going to do? Here's what we'll do. Renee, get on that microphone and talk with JBL. It's going to be amazing. It'll be bigger than WrestleMania,
Hey, King, I got an idea. Talk about her tits.
British Vince is a little more creepy than regular Vince.
Yeah, I try and make him a bit more like Dracula.
Yeah, right? Right? But the other guy they have at NXT, his name is Corey Graves. He's new. He was a wrestler. I don't know if you know him. He just retired because of concussion symptoms.
I did see it. Yeah, I did hear, actually.
And he worked
with the guy, but...
Yeah, and he worked his first commentary event at the NXT pay-per-view. This guy sounds and looks a lot like CM Punk.
Yeah. I heard you
and I think that's the point. I think that was the point. They're like, okay, we're going to create our own fucking CM Punk because he sounds and looks just like him. He shares a lot of the same views, and this guy has paid his dues in the indie circuit, so he has some credence. I like the guy.
Okay.
I like him, and I think they got something with him. But back to TLC. So after the Harper match, in the first hour, they crammed 3 matches into the first hour. That was my takeaway from that first hour. They crammed 3 full matches into that hour. Ziggler winning the title was a surprise to me. I didn't think that they were going to give the title
That's
back
exactly what I was expecting. Exactly what I was expecting them to do.
Oh, really?
It's a ladder match. It would have been... You needed a title change in that because Harper winning it just wouldn't have furthered anything.
Well, see, my opinion on it was I figured they were going to close the chapter with Ziggler so he can move on to the main title scene. I was hoping he was going to be in that main card scene and not stay in the Intercontinental title picture.
This might depend on what they're going to move him on to next because he might need a title around him in order to maybe for whatever feud they're going to give him.
That's possible. That's possible.
I'm thinking that maybe.
Then again, he might be wrestling Cesaro tonight. That wouldn't surprise me.
That'd be a great match.
Sure, but we know that's not going to go anywhere. I mean, Cesaro's tag teaming with fucking Tyson Kidd.
Yeah. In a fucking universe where, all of that would actually make sense. That would be brilliant.
Yeah, it's a strange thing. Moving on into the night, we had the Miz and MS Dow in just a really fucking weird match with the Usos. They didn't rely on the Naomi thing as much as I was hoping they would. I was hoping for like a Naomi turn, and her and her and Miz were just together. That would be an interesting thing. They didn't do any of that, and they didn't do a breakup between the Usos, which I was also hoping they would do. Instead, we got a generic DQ and a lot of comedy in the match.
It's a Raw match.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
And it was just weird. So that means I guess they're going to continue this build at least until the Royal Rumble, which is kind of pointless to me, especially with the Ascension coming up like tonight. It makes no sense to me. Let's end that feud so the Ascension can come in and start dominating, especially after that weird promo they did where they're Legion of Doom, basically.
Yeah, it reminded me a bit of. They remind me a bit of the old Demolition or the Warlords, actually.
Which was just a rip-off of LOD. Yeah. Demolition was WWE's version of Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
And it just felt, the shoulder pads, the screaming. If he would have ended it with, what a rush, it would not have surprised me. It would not have surprised me in the least. But I like these guys. I like the Ascension. I think they could be huge. So.
They should get the LOD music because that was fucking awesome. Coming on the bikes as well, like they did at Wembley.
Right.
Brilliant. One of the best entrances ever. That was.
It was.
Besides the guy carrying the fucking stupid puppet. What the fuck was that? What a loser that guy was. Fuck me.
Who do you have to piss on to get that job? You know.
Exactly.
I don't remember the order and what happened next, but I believe the next match was that was it Rowan and Big Show? I think it was. And it was woeful. That match was as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I skipped through the vast majority of that one. It just nothing. I tried to look for little spots here and there that I thought, ooh, but no, it's exactly nothing happened that I didn't think was going to happen, basically. And it's just, I don't want, it shouldn't be that predictable.
Ever.
It shouldn't. Why? It's a pay-per-view. It just shove something in there.
Well, see, here's the thing. Ugh. I felt it makes no sense for the fact that Big Show won. Why did Big Show win this match? Yeah. If Big Show was going to win the match, why have the fucking match? Why give Rowan a step down? Joe Cronin thought that they built Rowan to look better in the loss. I don't feel that was the case. Rowan was dominated the entire fucking match. He got very little offense in, and then he got pinned needlessly with a fucking steps on him. I mean, there was not a lot of kickouts. It wasn't. I don't feel they built him right at all. The only good thing I can think of is if they're taking Harper out of the Intercontinental title picture, we'll get a good feud between Rowan and Harper, which is what I'd like to see.
They should have done that in the first place, to be honest with you. They never did explain that split well at all. It's happened, and now we've accepted it. It's like if you watch a sitcom, like Friends or whatever, you know, Ross and Rachel get married, then the next episode is like, we got divorced a couple of months ago, but we're not going to explain why. It makes no sense. Like, whoa, why wasn't there a big, massive feud like they did with The Shield?
Sure.
And explained why they were separating and why they're breaking up. No, they just fucking did it because that's my idea. That's why.
This is what we're gonna do.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I know.
They handled that awfully.
They did. Next up was the Cena match, which we're gonna brush over because we're actually spending more time on TLC than I wanted to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do a full review on it, but it's kind of broken down to that, which is fine because it's a good conversation. But John Cena fucking. This match, some people actually enjoyed it. They liked the placement of it. I didn't mind the placement of it because I felt the main event should have been the TLC match. I didn't particularly like the match very much. It seemed very weird. I didn't feel, especially having it in the mid-card, it made me feel there was a good possibility Cena could lose the match. And then when Show came out, I really felt like he could win the match. And then Reigns came out, which Reigns got the biggest pop of the night, which is a little surprising, but not really, because he's Cena 2.0. The biggest thing for me was they had an opportunity to switch the game and do what I thought was the best thing to do with Reigns and flip him heel and have him put Cena through a table.
Yeah, God, that would have been perfect.
It would have been The Rock.
That's exactly how I felt as well, actually.
Yep.
That would have been brilliant.
And they didn't do it. Instead, they give him the ball to be the face again. And what does he do? He flubs his fucking promo. Oh, my God.
I'd like to declare.
He's not even a Dudley boy, and he's fucking stuttering like that. He had the brass ring, and he dropped it yet again in a promo. What money did they spend on acting lessons? Because they didn't fucking work. Vince, you fuck. Okay, I'm done. My God, I couldn't.
No, I agree. I completely agree. It's just...
Drove me nuts. I felt the match was pointless. Pointless. Ooh, Reigns is back. That was the point of the match.
Do you think he's just bad at speaking, or do you think it's because of a lack of personality? What do you think it is?
I think it's both. I think the guy has zero charisma. Zero. And which is funny. Because when I feel when he does interviews for the network and he's talking on other matches and he's just being a guy, I really like him. I think he's engaging.
Well, you know what? They're building him up,
yeah,
but within a mold. So he feels like sometimes if I'm in a certain situation, if I'm allowed to do what I'm doing, I'd be good. But if they're trying to fit you in a certain mold while you're trying to do that, you're going to be like, and your character's going to be lost in it. So maybe that's what's going on. They're trying to build him up.
Cena,
yeah,
so
exactly.
Believe
so it's kind of,
that, you know.
That? So yeah, of course.
That? Yeah. And you know, the other purpose of the match was, I guess, to build Cena and fucking Lesnar. And it bugged me. They already had the promo for the Cena-Lesnar final battle already queued up. That bugged me. That took away from the realism and the psychology of it. I don't fucking care about Lesnar Cena 3 or 4, whatever the fuck it is. I don't care. I don't care that it's the final battle. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't care that it's headlining the Royal Rumble. I would have much rather seen a different matchup. But, hey, it's what we got. We knew it was coming, and we got to eat it now. So it's just how it is.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fuck it, you know. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't give a shit either.
Yeah. What was next? Was it the Kane and Ryback match, I believe, which sucked. It was horrible. Kane sucks. Ryback. He's not botching as much. That's the best thing I can say about. He doesn't seem to be hurting people as often, which is good, because we don't want CM Punk to cry about that anymore. So.
I want him to do that, to be honest with you. I just want the crowd to turn against him. I hate Ryback. I really do. I don't like him.
There was a great spot in that match, though, when Kane pancaked him with that chair. That looked real. That was nasty looking. That was a good one. I enjoyed that.
I tell you what, I've got to say, I did notice that. Although he's at a certain age, man, Kane is still looking in pretty good shape, to be fair. He's not completely Ric Flair flabby yet.
No, he's 44 or something like that.
He's in pretty good shape.
He is.
I thought he was older than that.
He might be. He's definitely in his mid-40s. I know that. But he's still going strong. But the problem is his mobility is not what it once was. And, you know, Kane was limited to begin with. You know, the thing that people always try to point to is, well, he goes off the top rope like a smaller guy. He does the exact
lands on his
same,
knees.
Yeah, he does the exact same top rope maneuver every single fucking time, and it's not that impressive. But, you know, to each his own, I guess. But I agree. You know, he serves a purpose, and he has evolved better than most characters. He's gone from different versions of Kane. Kane has done comedy. Some of the funniest shit I've ever seen is when he was with Daniel Bryan. That was hysterical. Yeah. He goes corporate Kane, concessions Kane. That guy is a company man through and through. We're talking about Dr. fucking Isaac Yankem here.
Yankem, yeah.
You know, I mean, this guy has paid his dues. I have all the respect in the world for Kane.
Is he fake Diesel as well?
Yeah. No, that was Bryan Adams.
Oh, I thought, no, what didn't he do fake Diesel as well?
No, fake Diesel was Bryan Adams, wasn't it?
I'm sure there was two.
There probably was, but
I think so.
Oh no! Fake Diesel and Fake Razor were both nothings. I don't think they were nobodies.
He was Diesel at some point. I guarantee it. Look it up.
Oh well, he might have been. I'm not.
He was. He was.
But I do know that Fake Undertaker was Bryan Adams. That's what I was thinking.
Right? Yeah.
Fake Undertaker was Bryan.
I watched that match on YouTube the other day. Actually, just to remind myself. That was awful match.
That's what you get for putting Adam Bomb in there. Good job, motherfuckers.
Yeah. I liked Adam Bomb.
Oh God!
Seriously? I like the look. I was a kid at the time. I really liked the guy's look and the whole coloured. I like that.
Oh man!
As a kid, looking back now, not the greatest.
Sure. I'm gonna rescue you. I'm gonna move on from that. I believe the next match was the Divas match. Who gives a fuck? AJ Lee.
Divas match.
The Divas match.
Believe that.
Let's do this. AJ Lee losing to Nikki Bella, not a surprise. I believe AJ's gone. I like the little homage to Rick the Model Martel. That was kind of cool. I think it's a foregone conclusion that we're going to get Nikki Bella versus Brie Bella at WrestleMania, and that makes me fucking sick to my stomach. Because I don't think Charlotte's coming up anytime soon. And
that's WrestleMania. Really going to stretch it out that long?
What else they got? They've shown no willingness to put Paige back into it. So I guess we'll find out tonight. I think that's something that we'll talk about. What are they going to do in that division? We'll find out tonight.
Don't care.
Not much to talk about other than probably farewell AJ Lee. I'd be surprised if she shows up at all tonight. The only capacity I see her showing up as is to sell her goodbye in some way. Either they're going to write her off in an injury angle, or she might.
Do we know for sure? Do we know for sure now?
I mean, she's all but said it on air. I mean, she's unless they're just trolling us. I don't see any. I mean, with the UFC announcement, with her basically giving a goodbye speech at Raw last week, and then again on SmackDown stating things like "You'll miss me when I'm gone," and all of these type things. I just feel it's a foregone conclusion. Her having that website where she's going under AJ Brooks. I mean, these are all things. There's enough evidence to point us in a direction that she's probably leaving. Could they surprise us? Could they be trolling us? Abso-fucking-lutely. But who knows? We'll find. I think we will find out something definitive tonight.
Yeah,
we will. I think. So after that terrible match, which it was not good at all. After that, it was Swagger and Rusev in a match where fucking Rusev only threw one move. He kept doing the fucking super kick over and over. He did nothing else.
That is becoming the most overused fucking move in wrestling right now. It was exciting when it was just literally Shawn Michaels doing it, and it was great. You sold that move. Every time he did that stamp on the ring, that got everyone going. Now fucking super kicks are being thrown left, right, and fucking centre at the moment, and it's just completely eliminated the move. And that's the second, I think, overused thing that they're doing at the moment is lifting someone up like they're going to chokeslam them, and then they jump out of the way, and then running it. So how many you watch the next pay-per-view and you count how many times they do that spot?
Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That spot happens quite a bit.
The last Raw did it 5 times.
But how else can you counter a fucking chokeslam? It's
don't go for a chokeslam. You're going to keep countering it all the time.
We know Kane and Big. When it's Kane and Big Show, we know that's their primary weapon is a chokeslam, and there's only a couple of ways to counter it. Unfortunately, it's a lame ass move. I've never liked the chokeslam. I've never.
Exactly.
Except when the Hurricane did it. When Shane Helms did it, I was into it because it looked so fucking ridiculous. When he tried to double chokeslam The Rock, I want to say it was either Rock and Triple H or Rock and Austin. I can't remember. One of the funniest moments I've ever seen. He tries to double chokeslam the two biggest guys in the company. It was so funny.
Did Psycho Sid used to do a chokeslam?
Yes, he did.
That's right. Yeah, I remember. I liked his chokeslams then.
Yeah, well, I loved his power bomb. I loved
him.
Chokeslam.
I loved him.
He was insane.
That time where he won the title over Shawn, and he was supposed to be the heel, but everyone fucking cheered Sid, and he was supposed to be the heel at the time.
Sid was so fucking insane, and he was so bad on the mic. He was so bad, he was good.
Can I start again?
Right.
You're live, pal.
I am the ruler of the world.
I've got his theme music on my my music
the
playlist.
Psycho theme, basically.
Yeah, that and Goldust get me going to work. Do you know what I mean? I love that. I love Goldust.
Fuck Rocky, give me Goldust.
Yeah, Goldust. Great tune. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah, it's quite insane. But I agree. I was a big fan of his as well.
Yeah.
Swagger looked nothing. Once again, what was the point of building up at all? I don't know.
Wasting everyone's time.
Rusev, I believe they are wasting Rusev right now in ways I can't even fathom. Look, go ahead and switch the United States title over to the European title. We know they're going to do it. Let's go ahead and do it. At least get some heat on them, and then I don't know, bring in somebody who's going to do something with Rusev.
No, he should make like a Russian belt insult. That's something. Make it look different. You know, God, that'll
do something because this is insane.
Yeah,
and I'm hoping that after we're done with Rusev, they'll just get rid of the fucking United States title altogether because it's a useless title.
Yeah, exactly. It was in WCW as well. It was alright.
Yeah. It's lost its luster. Yeah. It's no.
If it had any anyway.
Yeah, to be fair. Yeah. The main event. Okay, here's the crux. Let's get into the main event. Great match, but it's kind of like the television show Lost. It was great, and then the ending made me question the entire fucking match.
Why? I don't see.
That ending didn't
bother me at all.
Are you fucking kidding?
Explain to me.
He got beat by a fucking television screen that blew up for no reason.
I mean, in terms of kayfabe, what's wrong with it?
It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. You're telling me that he's such a fucking idiot that he didn't realize that
it's Dean Ambrose. He's not exactly the most fucking switched on dude, is he?
It's so fucking retarded. It's so insulting. They have a match where literally fucking Ambrose comes off of 3 different sizes of ladders through tables on Bray Wyatt, and then you're telling me that after taking 2 separate goddamn Sister Abigails, getting put through all kinds of things himself, that a television screen beats him? That is insulting, and it did not do the match justice. I understand why they did it, because they were trying to protect both wrestlers, which is what they did, let's face it, because we looked no worse on Dean Ambrose. But how many times is Dean Ambrose going to get a non-decision? How many times is he going to get in his last 3 feuds, this same thing has happened? And I'm getting tired of it. Let's have a definitive end or beginning. It just shows they have no idea what to do with Ambrose, and they want to fucking puff up Bray Wyatt for his Undertaker feud. That's what I got from it.
Well, I'll put your money where your mouth is then. What would you have done in that match? How would you have ended it?
I would have had a double fucking elimination. I would have had them go off of the top of that gigantic ladder through a series of tables and had it to where neither one of them could compete. That's what I would have done. I would have had them beat the hell out of each other so terribly that we would have remembered this ass whipping forever. And then when they limp out tonight on Raw, there's a newfound respect for both of them.
Okay, they're fair enough, but in terms of feud, what would that have done, though?
The feud,
I mean, don't get me wrong, that would be
anyway.
a great ending. I'd love that. But that would have continued the feud, because it's like no one won the match. They'd have to continue the feud, because it's like we need to know who's the ultimate psycho of the WWE.
We still don't have that answer, because Bray Wyatt didn't beat Dean Ambrose. A television screen did. And the fact that Bray Wyatt no-sold the ending as he was walking out of the arena, he looked displeased with that victory. He did not look happy with the victory. It doesn't resolve the feud to me. If you have them beat the shit out of each other so badly where they simply don't want any part of each other anymore, that ends the feud. And it sets it up for the future when they're both main eventers. Because they've already done it once with him and Rollins. Why not do the same and set something up a la Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock over the Intercontinental title? The same exact thing. They beat each other so badly, they did not want any more part of each other, and then they met up again in the main picture. They could have done the exact same thing, and it would have been more believable. And protected them in the exact same way instead of having Dean Ambrose get beat by a television monitor, which is insulting.
Maybe. I mean, I agree with you. It's not a great ending, but I'm not as angry about it. Because you know what? Fuck, I've been seeing WWE doing shit like that for years that I'm not going to bother wasting my time getting angry about it.
Sure, I get that, but I loved the match so much. I was so into this match.
Right.
It felt like Mick Foley and Terry Funk, but with better athletes. That's what that match felt like with me.
Going through the announce table, that was a great. That fucking elbow looked fucking beautiful.
It did.
That was really good. Just the slow motion. That was like a cum shot.
It was ECW days. Terry Funk and Mick Foley, man. It was Cactus Jack, Cactus Jack and Terry Funk, but way better athletes. These guys are way better athletes than those two, but the psychology of that match was the exact same, and it was brilliant. I mean, at one point during the match, did you catch where Dean Ambrose kissed Bray Wyatt? That was brilliant.
Yeah, but Bray did that to him too.
Yeah, but that's his finisher. That's a Sister Abigail thing.
Right, yeah.
But they're laying in a pile of wreckage. And
that was so weird.
It was great. It was great. I loved it. I loved everything, and then they go and ruin it with an ending like that.
But I thought I don't think that was actually part of the spot. I think he actually.
I think so too.
I think he has a crush because Bray actually instantly went to punch him as soon as he did.
He did.
So I was thinking,
he did.
We didn't agree to this.
What are you doing, mate? I really, when that ending happened, I was like, okay, here comes The Undertaker. And then he didn't show. And I was like, well, what was the fucking point? Because if they have that type of ending and have, let's say they do that ending and Dean's so fucked up, his eyes are so fucked up, he can't see, he gets taken out on a stretcher. Dean Ambrose gets attacked then by Bray Wyatt on the stretcher. Bray Wyatt goes back to the center of the ring and cuts a little bit of a promo and stands there with his arms open up. And then darkness and the gong hits, and there's the fucking Undertaker. Now that's an ending. Because now we have pivoted Bray Wyatt and we have built their feud for Mania, which we all know is coming.
That would have been definitive. We now know the feud's over and it's going to move on. That would have been very clear. Maybe a bit... Yes, that would... If the spectacle...
Maybe a little on the nose. On the nose.
Sorry.
Hire me, WWE. Bring me in. I can help. I'm not saying I have all the answers, but you know what? I can bring something you don't have. It's called a fucking dose of reality, a little touch of the fucking common man. I am your Dusty Rhodes. You want the game? I am the fucking game, JR. I love that. That's one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah, I think you, me, and Joe could change things up pretty much.
Absolutely. So moving on from TLC, what would you give TLC, by the way? Yeah. Because the ladder match and the Ambrose and Wyatt matches were so fucking good. Yeah. Despite the ending, I still rate that a very high the ending,
match.
And that's totally fine.
Yeah, I didn't say I liked the ending. I just say it didn't bother me.
Oh, okay.
So I would, because of the other matches, they weren't. Yeah, they were. A 5. I'm giving it a 5.
Yeah, I'm at like 6.5. That's where I'm at. It wasn't that bad. Yeah. Let's move on to not only the best show of the week, not only the best show of the month, the show of the year. And you did not see it yet, and I'm going to convince you why you need to.
I'm gonna. I just haven't got around to it.
Oh, yet. Absolutely. NXT TakeOver Revolution. Holy fuck balls! I have covered it. I wanted to talk to you about it though, especially when I found out you didn't watch it. What the fuck's the matter with you? Where are your priorities?
Because I don't have the network. So
fuck all that. There are other ways. Unless you.
I know, but
unless you've been living in a vagina, which is quite good and possible, and kudos if you have. But hell, vaginas are so fucking technically proficient nowadays. I'm sure you can get Wi-Fi in a vagina nowadays. Absolutely, vagina Wi-Fi. It's the new hottest thing. That's a Dead on Dave original right there, baby. It was amazing. I mean, my God, it's everything. NXT seems to where guys like us are in the audience. Guys like us are booking the matches. And you know who's really doing it? Triple fucking H, baby.
I love. There was a comment that you made on your on the TLC review you did, Joe Crone, that I really thought was quite an intelligent comment, actually, which is rare for you, Dave.
Yeah, I know, right?
No, where you said that that Triple H might be protecting these guys from going up to the main roster.
I believe it.
Fuck it up. I'm with you on that one, totally.
I believe it. it. I can see Vince going, Hunter, I want Adrian Neville. I want Sami Zayn right now. And Triple H, because he's not a big proponent of smaller guys, he's like, well, look, you could have Adrian Neville, because I don't think Triple H sees Adrian Neville as a huge star, but he's like, everybody else isn't ready. All right, Vince, you got to trust me. Just let them stay down in NXT. They're not ready yet. Have Adrian Neville. Have the Ascension, because the Ascension isn't doing anything else anyway. So you can have them, Vince, but leave the other guys here.
Does the product need Adrian Neville at the moment?
No.
Or there are so many other good people that they'll survive without him if he goes up to the main roster?
No, Adrian Neville has run his course in NXT. He had one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. Yeah. I mean, it's a top 20 match. This match with Sami Zayn for the NXT Championship it's WrestleMania worthy. It was that good.
Well, I saw the last episode of NXT before the pay-per-view, and Zayn seems to be over like fuck.
Oh, he is.
So, yeah, I think... But then again, if you move Neville up... I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a fellow English dude, and I'm like, fuck yeah. God, he's built really well.
He's 195 pounds of muscle.
But he's going to have a problem that a young lady called Cheryl Cole did when she came over to America, when they tried to get her as host on the American X Factor, that no one could understand what the fuck she was saying, because she has, the same as Neville, a Geordie accent is what we call, because they sound like that, like, you know what I mean? What are you talking about, Vince? I can't do that, man. What are you saying? That's the not going to understand. I can understand it because I know the accent well.
Right.
But I just don't see him cutting very good promos when it comes to a Raw or a big pay-per-view for the WWE. I don't see how he'd work.
I have a resolution for that.
Go on then.
There's a guy up on the roster that has been hurt for quite a long time, that can not only bring Adrian Neville into the picture, but give him immediate credence and be his translator, his comrade, his brother-in-arms, and it's Mr. Bad News Barrett.
Oh, right, yeah.
A pairing between Neville and Barrett. Barrett coming back and bringing Neville with him would be brilliant. It would be smart. It would work. And they could do whatever they want. They could be a tag team, and it would make sense. There's so many things they could do.
Did you think a British stable would be a good idea?
I think it's long overdue. I always felt that William Regal should have led. I know he did for a short period of time, but I would have loved to have seen a more dominant European faction. Like a dominant European
Not just a
faction.
joke thing where they feed it to the American team and they fucking.
I'm not talking about the fucking. I know they're not European, but the Quebecers or La Resistance or whatever you want to fucking call them. I don't care about any of those motherfuckers. I'm talking a real, true, dominant European faction led by William Regal because he's a managerial role now. Have Cesaro, Barrett, Neville, Sheamus. I mean, just have these fucking badasses and have them just run over people.
Yeah, especially Sheamus. God, he needs to get into something pretty quickly.
Yeah, he needs to be special needs. My God. Tired of Sheamus.
The crowd are not liking him very much.
No, he's dead. He's dead. He's fucking dead.
Like the British New Day. So we have that.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Because New Day is working so well. NXT, though, if there is one selling point that I could talk about, and it wouldn't even be the main event, I could sell you on the women's title match.
I saw Charlotte match with God, she was fucking good.
As good as Charlotte was, Sasha Banks blew my fucking mind how good she was. She was fantastic. But I'm going to tell you, if there's one reason besides Kevin Owens and who stole the show, not only his opening match, but the way that the show was closed, I'm not going to spoil it for you. But the biggest fucking thing that I could say is you need to watch Finn Balor's fucking entrance.
I saw a clip.
It's incredible. I mean, he's Venom. He's Venom.
It reminded me of what's his fucking name, the Boogeyman a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. But you know what? I always felt the Boogeyman should have been a much bigger character than he was. But they turned.
If they'd have had a younger person doing it, then
that's possible. But that guy was built like a fucking brick shithouse, dude. He was.
Yeah,
he was so built. Yeah. Well, worms are high in protein, so you know.
Feed me more steroids.
Right. Yeah. There's no
roid.
There's no
back.
No
I call it that Ryback. That's his name as far as I'm concerned.
Royd
God, I
back.
don't like him. Anyway, moving on.
Anyway, yeah. So that's my selling point of NXT. I can't put it to bed any more than this. It was the best show of the year from the best wrestling company, and I'm going to call them their own company because I feel it's just a different world between.
It is
and WWE.
From what I've seen of the episodes. It just doesn't feel. It feels like I'm watching more of a Ring of Honor type stuff. I love the smaller crowd. I love the passion of the young lads who are coming through. Way more exciting. Way more exciting.
It's Ring of Honor with fucking good booking, like constantly good booking. I don't think Ring of Honor is well booked. They just have these guys who are willing to fucking do 5-star matches every single match, and you get desensitized. Yeah. NXT is so well booked from bottom to top. I mean, it's just well balanced and well managed. So,
and they're having so much fun doing it as well. Like the morale must be fucking amazing.
It's through the roof. It's through the roof, which is a lot of fun to see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to transition over to something that people want to hear a little bit more about. Let's talk about TNA for a few moments.
I still think TNA is British in my head.
Well, you got the British boot camp thing there. I don't know.
Yeah.
Quick update on TNA and Scott Steiner, this lawsuit that's been going on for about 2 years now. It's been pushed back yet again. It seems to be there's going to be no end, and it all started because Steiner is fucking retarded, which we already knew, and goes on these slanderous, these terrible rants about, which are probably accurate to be fair, but in this sue-happy society, you can't do it. So it's going to continue to get pushed back, and who knows if there's ever going to be a resolution to it. I have no idea. The bigger
attention-seeking. Right.
It is. But the bigger news is on TNA, and it was brought to my attention by one of my loyal listeners. I believe it was Abstract Muscle who did this, and one of my commenters down there. He brought this to my attention that he thought, and a lot of people thought, that TNA is going to be going live on Friday nights on their new channel on Destination America.
That would be cool.
It's not the case. What's happening is
Oh.
TNA will continue, from all reports that I've seen. Now, if there is something else that somebody knows and seen, please let me know. But from everything that I've read, this is what's actually happening, because this is the official announcement from TNA on their new home. On January, I believe, 6th, which is a Wednesday, they will have a live premiere on Destination America. That is true. It is a one-time special event to welcome to the channel. It is just a special thing. It's their debut. It is not going to be the norm. From then on, it will be a recorded program just the way it has always been. They can't afford to go live. They're not going to get the ratings they need to warrant them being live every week. It wouldn't make sense. And
Arrogance.
I love it. Yeah, right.
Go on, sorry, I didn't mean to derail you then.
No, I know, but it is what it is. I mean, TNA is what it is. What do you feel about this whole situation?
I'm waiting till they get started up now with the new channel. I think they're still going to be on Challenge TV over here, which is good news.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start watching it now, because it feels now, hopefully they'll have a new sense of push and excitement, trying to restart and reboot the product again. So hopefully it'll show in the product. So hopefully maybe I'm hoping with too much, there'll be just a little something new injected in there for the push. Now with the new channel, so I'm going to restart. I'm going to rewatch it from now on, rather, because I thought it was getting stale, and I thought it was a bit of a desperate move when they went back to the octagon.
Oh, you mean the six-sided ring that only about 40% of their talents can actually fucking wrestle in? Is that the ring you're talking about?
Yeah. I think it was clever when they started off that kind of way. And I thought
it wasn't clever when they started off that way. It worked because they had a bunch of talents that were conditioned to that ring. They had guys like Petey Williams, guys like fucking Christopher Daniels, who can work that. Guys like AJ Styles that knew how to work that fucking ring and knew how to get every single bit out of that weird fucking position ring. Now you have traditional wrestlers, fucking Mr. Anderson, Kurt Angle, who can make the six-sided ring work fairly well. You have a bunch of guys, Bobby Lashley. They have no fucking idea, and that's not even to say they're fucking. Everyone talk about how great the Knockouts division is. They can't wrestle in the ring. They can't do it. They cannot wrestle in that six-sided ring. They look horrible. The Knockouts division in the ring looks worse than the Divas division. And I challenge somebody to try to tell me otherwise, because you don't have facts to do it, my friends. It's just not there. It's a terrible in-ring product right now in the six-sided ring.
They had. I think that it's a shame because they had such a great reputation. Even Brett said that TNA had a fucking awesome women's division there.
They did when they
at
had
one point when it was really good,
Yeah, when they had their little girl group going. I can't remember their fucking names right now, but with Angelina Love and Madison Rayne and all that, they had this girl group, which was awesome, which Laycool kind of ripped off, and that was great. And Mickey James was a big part of it. And all these
Gail Kim, amazing as well.
Kim, absolutely. I mean, my God, Awesome Kong. I mean, all these girls were fucking tearing it the fuck up, and they were doing it with and without the six-sided ring. The problem is Gail Kim is older; she can't lead the division, and the rest of the girls that are there right now they're not working that six-sided ring, and it drives me nuts.
They need to change back, man. They really do.
Can they? I mean, how many times can you make the change?
And until they find a formula that works, I don't want them to just quit. Do you know what I mean?
No,
if it needs to be dragged out, just try it until it works. Hulk Hogan, not a great idea. Yeah, got some views in, I'm sure, but the product kind of suffered a little bit because of it, in my opinion.
Yeah, it set them back. It set them back. That and trying to go live set them back, because that live debacle was an absolute unmitigated fucking failure.
There was I remember when they had the. What was it, where they were kind of like introducing young talent on, they bring them on the show, and then you'd have to decide how good they were, like the panel. Yeah. Like, there was this one guy, do you remember this one lad came out playing the fucking guitar?
Yes.
When he was walking down the aisle, and it was just like, and no one fucking liked it at all. And there was one bit in the match, I think he went on to win it, But there was one bit where the crowd was silent as fuck.
Yeah.
So he gets to do his finisher on this guy, and he goes up to the ropes and goes, yeah! And then the guy just went, "Shut the fuck up, you suck!"
yeah.
You could hear a pin drop, and it was just so funny.
They tried to do the rating system. The rating system didn't work. It's just I don't know. TNA is such a fucking mess, and they're not going to change anytime soon.
And it's disappointing because there's much they can work with.
Well, but they got Del Rio now. Del Rio's coming over. Who fucking cares? Oh no, I'm sorry. Del Rio's going. I'm sorry. Del Rio's going to Ring of Honor. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, dude.
Yeah, my bad.
Come on. I'd like to declare. Bloody hell, dude.
Yeah. So I mean, there you go. There's some TNA news for you. Let's move on to the now.
Does he exist?
Yeah, right. I'm not going to answer that. I'm Catholic, but I'm not really.
Okay, let's not.
No, he doesn't. No. Shit. I'm just kidding. I wasn't having a heart attack, but I sold it well. You didn't get to see my face. I'm a great actor.
I don't. I will when I watch it later.
Yeah. Laughing. I'm so fat.
Snap.
I'm so fat that it's believable that I could have a heart attack at any time. So it's great.
That was a little homage to Joe's freak out there.
Sure. So here we go. Tonight, Monday Night Raw. This should be a great Raw, man. Jericho's hosting. He's the general manager.
Oh, yes. That's awesome.
Jericho! Come on, baby!
This is all news to me.
Welcome to Raw is
Jericho!
Come on, baby! I love Chris Jericho. I actually knew Chris Jericho well when I was a teenager. I like it. Yeah, I'm a big fan. My phone's ringing. Shit. I'll be right back. Fuck.
I'm going to get my cock out now.
Hello. Yeah, I'm on it. Alicia! Come on.
I was going to get my cock out, but I thought, nah. Not at this juncture.
Oh, lots of money. I'm coming! I hope you're talking wrestling.
Yes!
God, hold my audience. What are you doing? Jesus.
That's what I did, dude. Honestly.
I had my headphones on. I heard you. You didn't talk shit. You talked about whipping your cock out. You talked about whipping your cock out, you fucking limey bastard. What are you doing?
I need a date. Do you know what I mean? Desperate.
So, yeah. Jericho is general manager tonight. Should be interesting.
Better than having some fucking outsider who knows nothing about wrestling. So that's what they should do. They should invite legends back and stuff to be the fucking host. If they're going to do a guest host, which I think is a pointless thing anyway. Yeah. But if they're going to do it, make it someone fucking relevant who the crowd are going to know in context of wrestling.
I agree completely. Agree completely. But this show, there are so many things, so many questions to answer. The Divas division we talked about, where is it going to go? Are we going to get answers on AJ's future? Are we going to see what's going to happen with the Bellas? I don't care, but I want to know. You know what I mean? I want to know if the direction is going to be something I want to see.
I think in terms of the AJ thing, I think that's all you're going to find out on the internet. I don't think they'll ever say anything about it.
No, but I mean, if she's there or not is going to tell me a lot. If she's not there at all and they don't reference and they don't give her an injury angle right off, then I know she's gone. Okay. You know, so it's just how they deal with it is going to tell me a lot.
Sure.
I want to know what now that Wyatt has his powers fully restored. WWE's own words, by the way. What will Wyatt do now? That's a very big question.
He's going to come out with a monitor now. That's what he's going to do.
It was Sister Abigail.
And it's going to have Sister Abigail on it.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it'll be like the chick from The Ring.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, my God. That'd be creepy.
Oh, that'd be perfect, especially going to a feud with The Undertaker.
Yeah, I know.
Have that like it's his urn.
a television screen is his urn.
What if I'd love it if he in a feud with The Undertaker, he actually brought out someone like Paul Bearer, like, oh yes, Undertaker,
Well,
and with a nerd just to freak him out.
That would be so disrespectful to the memory of fucking Paul Bearer.
No, I think Paul. I thought he'd love that, wouldn't he? Surely.
No.
Would he not? What about when Punk did that thing with the urn, though? Like,
that was...
Wasn't that funny? Wasn't that good?
That was funny, but now to have a character that parallels The Undertaker in so many ways, to do it would just be gratuitous to me. I think it would come off as crass. I mean, and they've already done the angle with Punk, and it was done well. Punk bathed in his ashes. How do you get better than that?
That's almost as bad as like Big Boss.
Than that.
It's like with Big Boss Man and Big Show, like crashing his dad's funeral. And
Big
all
Boss
that
Man eating Al Snow's dog. I mean, it was great. Boss Man was great, man. He's dead.
God, they got him to do some shit, didn't they? Fair dues.
He's dead too. You know what my wife's favorite part of me watching old wrestling is?
Yeah.
I sit there and whoever I see has died, I go, he's dead.
He's dead. Yeah.
Dead. And I say it so much more than I wish that I had to.
I know. Yeah, I was on Skype with my dad last night, and I was sort of talking to him about doing these shows with you. And we were just talking about it because he mentioned I completely forgot this, and he reminded me of it. Like when I was dead young, and we were in Wigan town centre, which is where I used to live up north.
Yeah.
I met British Bulldog. We saw him out. Yeah. And like my dad told me that. I was like, the flashback just came. I was like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that. No way. And it's just like, oh, by the way, he's dead now, Dad.
Yeah, he's dead.
Along with a load of others from that era.
My God, it's
such a shame.
It is. But you know, people could say it's the stuff they put in their bodies, but I think there's more of a focal point of people don't understand what wrestling like that, even the fake wrestling, does to your body.
The long-term effects on your body.
It's insane.
Yeah, exactly.
The body is not meant to do that. It's just.
I mean, you can say that the painkillers or whatever is what killed Bulldog, but why do they have to take the fucking painkillers?
Exactly.
So much? You know what I mean?
But you know what? It's the lifestyle they choose. I went to wrestling school for 2 weeks. I understand. I wanted to do it. I got it, and then I went to the Army, and fuck. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I think the biggest story of tonight is the fact that Brock Lesnar is scheduled to appear.
Should be good.
I hope he just comes and just eats somebody's fucking liver.
I hope it's not like a fucking promo shit. I hope he actually gets involved with some action.
Yeah. Because they're going to hype this match with Cena, which is like, by the way, 5 or 6 weeks away at the Royal Rumble. They're going to hype this goddamn match as the final battle and all of this shit. We're going to have to hear all the corny fucking things that Cena's going to say about how this time he really has nothing to lose. This time his back is really against the ropes. I don't understand the necessity of this match because I don't feel it's going to accomplish anything because Cena's not winning it. There's no way they're taking the belt off Lesnar at this point. They kept him off television for this long. They've given him the year of a lifetime. They gave him the streak. They gave him the biggest beatdown in championship match history. They're not taking the belt off of him.
No.
There's no point in having Cena in this match. There was no point in having Cena lose to Rollins. I hope Rollins finds a way to reinsert him into this matchup because something needs to happen.
I think that's what's going to happen because if you notice, like a couple of promos where Rollins has been involved with Heyman, and even during their match with his match with Cena, there was like a moment where they were looking at each other, Heyman, and he's in there somewhere. He is. He's going to be in there somewhere. At least whether they'll have like a proper, whether it'll be like a freeway or something, I don't know, or whatever. But he'll be there. I think he'll cash in.
Well, I think a big thing is too, which detracts from that, is they squarely put Roman Reigns in Seth Rollins' path. I mean, Roman Reigns cost Seth Rollins the match. He came in and took out the Big Show and then Superman punched Seth Rollins. I mean, it is what it is. So they're going to have to address that. Whether Roman Reigns goes to Big Show or to Rollins, they're going to have to address that.
Big Show. Jesus.
Would you put it? I wouldn't put it past them. I thought it was going to be Rusev.
Oh, of course not. No, yeah, but it's just that would be such a shit idea.
I thought it was going to be Rusev, but now that does not look like it's going to be the case because they put him right in there with Seth Rollins. So I don't know. What are you looking forward to from tonight's Monday Night Raw?
Like you say, I'm just hoping some just some ends to the feuds that we want it to, and some carrying on to more. I kind of want to talk a little bit about the Goldust Stardust New Day thing. I don't know what they're fucking gonna do there. Will that do anything? Or will they be on Raw? Do you think? Or
I don't know. They didn't put the fucking match on the pay-per-view, which I think was a big mistake. If they're going to do the feud, do the feud, and I don't know where they're going to go from there. Goldust has not looked good in his last few matches, which is worrying to me, and it's been with the New Day, so I don't know. I think it might be time to break up Cody Rhodes and Goldust. I think it's time to build their match that I think that everybody assumes they're going to have at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And it might be time to build it now. Let's do it. Let's do it now, So it's going to be interesting. Raw should be great. I'm excited for it. I'm probably going to be let down. You can catch me on the Joe Cronin Show directly after doing a review. And then tomorrow on this channel, I will be doing a review. I don't know if you're going to join me. You're more than welcome. I don't know if Huffman's going to join me. Maybe I'll have you both. We'll do a three-way, and we'll get some good stuff between you two. That'll be fun.
Right. I'm just going to wind him up.
Right? I'm telling you.
That'd be great.
Yeah. I'd love to see how he deals with the British invasion. That'd be great.
That'd be fantastic.
I'm excited about that. And here's the tease that I gave earlier on in the program. I'm doing a giveaway on this channel for my unboxings. I do unboxings. I do Nerd Block, Arcade Block, and the German version Loot Chest. A lot of people are checking out my unboxing videos, and it's overwhelming. It means a lot. I can't believe it because it's my favorite thing. I get to do it with my daughter, and it's a lot of fun. I released a video. You could see it. It should be the video right before this one on the timeline. Check it out because in that I explain the details of the giveaway. I am going from now, and even the boxes I've already opened, I'm going to be taking items that I've opened and be placing them into a box which I will be giving away when you guys push me to 500 subscriptions. I know it's a long way away. I'm at 175, but you know what? I'm an ambitious little fuck, and I feel this is a good way to get there. You guys do something for me, and I will give back to you because that's what I believe in.
You need more subscribers to sort of do that kind of thing because you don't want people, saying that you're sucking all your friends' dicks and giving away stuff to them, do you?
And I'm not monetizing these videos, by the way. I'm not even trying to do it yet. I don't want to monetize yet. I want to build something. I'm going to monetize. Believe me, you're going to get ads in these motherfucking shows, and you're going to like it. You're going to fucking buy the products because consumerism is important. We need to have it. Yeah. Long live capitalism.
Because fuck you, we need money.
Fuck you. Oh, I need money. That's right. But I'm not doing that. What I want to do is I want to build this channel. You guys who are watching right now, you are amazing to me because you actually like to hear what the fuck I say. And these guys that I'm bringing in, Ed Crowley, Dave Rose, Jeff Huffman, they're all amazing and they have great things to say, and we all appreciate you guys being a part of this world because it's your world. We're just living in it. So you guys help me get to 500 subs, and I'm going to put together a box for you guys with all kinds of crazy shit like this little fucking star guy and all kinds of stuff because it's what I want to do. And believe me, it's going to cost me like 40 fucking bucks to send this thing to you in the States. So hopefully a British person will win the motherfucker because it won't cost me as much. But I will do a random drawing once I get to 500 subs of a subscriber who will be eligible. Only subscribers will be eligible to win. But once I get there, a name will be randomly drawn. I'll find some fucking crazy way to do it. Maybe I'll get Ed Crowley to go naked into a pool of names. Who knows?
That's not a problem.
Just as long as urine is not involved.
Yes.
Speaking of that, make sure you check out my interview later on in the week on Thursday. Speaking of urine. Ed Crowley is my guest this week on Creators Corner. He's fantastic.
Find out why that joke is funny.
Yes, find out why the P story will change your fucking life. And why hashtag piss flaps will be on everybody's lips very fucking soon. So make sure you check that out. That will be released on Thursday. He did a great job. He bared his soul. He told a lot of great stories, and it was real. It was genuine. It's who he was, and I'm very proud of it. So make sure you guys continue to check that stuff out. Thank you for all your support. Thank you, Ed Crowley, for being my fucking guest, my co-host.
Sorry, I didn't have more to say.
No, I dominated. I'm a chatty
Cool.
Cathy.
I'm happy.
I love to talk. I feel better today, and I hope everybody enjoyed the little turtle action we got yesterday. Yeah. The turtle is alive and well. And you know what?
Calm down now.
Yeah, right. I got people writing me like, I think there's too much water in that tank. People are genuinely concerned with the turtle. Wait until I introduce my bunnies.
I got who might have got pissed off though.
Yeah, might have.
The WWF.
Yeah. World Wildlife Foundation. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But other than that, I think we're good. I think we've wrapped up the show really well. I appreciate you got a solid hour of wrestling talk. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Wow, an hour. Jeez.
Yeah, we did a solid hour. I feel it was good. I'm going to keep in my little phone lag where Crowley talked about his cock. So
I didn't get it out, by the way.
No, you didn't get it totally out, but you know what? That's what she said. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us once again. Subscribe, like, share, because we're nothing without you, and we appreciate it. Thank you for joining us on your Daily Focus. Watch more Dead on Dave Productions. We're out!